Hello, ninth graders, and welcome to your Week 9 ELA 9 weekly instructional lesson. We are moving on to a new project, so if you are still working on defining self, you need to get that complete and submitted as soon as possible, as it is time to start our second project for the year that will become due right before winter break. So the learning target for this week is I can read and analyze short stories to identify similarities and differences in what we can learn from fiction and non-fiction. Let's begin our 6 E's with the engage. Watch this little video about the benefits of reading and think about why are books so important to us. In the explore section, I'd like you to watch this video about how reading can change your life. And it really can, because most of our concepts come from reading material. Then I would like you to read, write, and think. A little article on reading. And then for your activity, you're going to be starting checkpoint number 1 in the summit. So, going to explain in the text box below, explain what you've learned so far about the new project. Then come down here and do a quizzes, but understand that quizzes do expire. The code expires after 2 weeks. So it's a good idea to get started on as soon as you are able to. And elaborate is going to be checkpoint number 1. So let's go to the summit and take a look. Okay, our new project, Fact or Fiction, a textual analysis project. The enduring understanding is to know that reading is a powerful method of learning about topics that we are interested in. But there's all kinds of things to read out there. There is fiction, lots of literature for 9th grade. But there are also non-fiction books to read and articles, so we're going to be looking at both of them. For this week, I would like you to start with checkpoint number 1, fiction, short stories to read. So if you open this up, I click this open, there are several topics that the summit would like us to explore. Over here on the right-hand side, they have suggested readings, and you're welcome to look up any one of these. Some of them do have some graphic language. You are not expected to read them all. I have put over here some links that are shortcuts to help you find some of these topics. Like I did find The Soldier's Home by Ernest Hemingway is one of the suggested readings right here. There is a little short movie about The Soldier's Home. Most of these stories, though, do not have happy endings, such as The Gift of the Magi, but this is about social class and poverty. Relationships and family. Here is a very, very short story, but it's a very disturbing story at the very end. So I would like you to read along. Popular Mechanics. There's a read along. There is a little video, a movie version, a tiny little skit about this Popular Mechanics, and then an explanation. What does it all mean? That very last sentence is a plot twist. Okay, and then Race and Racism. This is interesting about Indian education, read by the author Sherman Alexie, and somebody made a storyboard all about that Indian education. Gender. It was very hard to find some of these things, but I did find Girl, which is an audio book about what it's like to be a girl in Jamaica. And the last one is a very disturbing novel called A Good Man is Hard to Find by Flannery Connor. That's a woman who wrote this. It's rather long, but I found a summary and review, a minute book report that explains the plot of that short story. The very last part of this 6E format is express. I would like you to write a reflection so that I know that you have looked over this lesson plan. How do you feel about what you've read so far? And what is your favorite way of learning new concepts? Books seem to be the best way, but they're not the only way in this technological age. There are other ways to learn, and right now watching videos is one of them. But write down what is your favorite way to learn something new. And have a great time learning this week.